The unit circle is a simple idea which leads to many rules and relations within mathematics. The unit circle is just a circle with radius 1 centered on the origin of the graph. Angles are often measured from the positive side of the x-axis in the anti-clockwise direction. If we look at an angle within the unit circle, we can construct a right-angled triangle with one of the arms being the hypotenuse. The point the hypotenuse meets the circle is represented by x, y. We can now see that the sine of theta is equal to the opposite side of the triangle over the hypotenuse, and seeing as the hypotenuse is just 1 unit long, the sine of theta is just equal to the opposite side, or the y-coordinate of the point. The cosine of theta is equal to the adjacent side over 1, which is therefore equal to just the adjacent side, or the x-coordinate of the point. This is really important. If you take a point on the unit circle, its y-coordinate is the sine of the angle and its x-coordinate is the cosine of the angle. Seeing as the tangent of any angle is equal to its sine over cosine, then the tangent of the angle is just equal to y over x. Knowing this, it intuitively makes sense that the sine of theta is positive for the first 2 quadrants and negative for the next 2, because it's where the y-coordinate is positive and negative. It also makes sense that the cosine theta is positive in the first and fourth and negative in the second and third. The tangent of theta is more complex. We come back to the identity of the tangent of theta is equal to the sine of theta over the cosine of theta. In the first quadrant, the sine and cosine are positive, and when you have a positive number over a positive number, the answer is going to be positive, which means the tangent is positive. In the second quadrant, the sine is positive, but the cosine is negative, which means the tangent is going to be negative. In the third, they're both negative, which cancels and makes a positive, and in the fourth, the tangent is negative. Now we know that in the first quadrant everything is positive, in the second only sine is positive, in the third only tangent is positive, in the fourth only cosine is positive. This can be remembered with all stations to central. If we represent what we just discovered mathematically, we would say that sine theta is equal to 0, where theta is between 0 and 180 degrees. Sine theta is less than 0 when theta is between 180 and 360 degrees. Cosine theta is greater than 0 between 0 and 90 degrees. Cosine theta is less than 0 between 90 and 720 degrees. And cosine theta is greater than 0 between 270 and 360 degrees. And we can also say that the tangent of theta is greater than 0 between 0 and 90 degrees, less than 0 between 90 and 100 degrees, greater than 0 between 180 degrees and 270 degrees, and less than 0 between 270 and 360 degrees. This actually relates very well to the sine, cosine, and tangent functions. You can see that on their graphs, the functions are positive and negative where it should be.